Hi, Wes Lee here with the Mesonet Weather Report. Last week brought Oklahoma some of the severe weather that we have come to expect in the spring. On Tuesday night, thunderstorms formed a long train that extended across south-central Oklahoma and down into Texas. This event brought with it severe weather in the form of a tornado in the eastern part of Garvin County around midnight. These clouds didn't move much north or south and dropped a tremendous amount of rain over the area in a short period of time. This 5-day rainfall map from Wednesday shows just how heavy some of these amounts were. Most of the rain fell during the early morning hours on the 28th. The heaviest total shown here is from Pauls Valley with nearly 7 inches, but 5+ inches fell from Waurika all the way up to Westville. Unfortunately, the driest parts of the state, the western tier of counties, plus the Panhandle, received very little during this storm. You can see areas of the state where we need the rain the most when looking at the soil moisture maps. This 10-inch fractional water map of Wednesday afternoon shows dark green where recent rainfall has fallen. However, out west, the yellows indicate dry conditions at this depth, and the red color along with the 0 reading in the Panhandle is as dry as our sensor can read. Gary's up next with some summary April rainfall data.
Thanks, Wes, and good morning, everyone. Well, I have good news and bad news. We have drought on the run across to southern Oklahoma where we get all that rainfall this week. Unfortunately, it may have just moved to another part of the state. Let's take a look at the newest drought monitor map. Especially over in south central Oklahoma, we should wipe out quite a bit of these colors in the next drought monitor map that comes out next week. Unfortunately, you see all that new yellow up from west central into northwest Oklahoma, including all the Panhandle. That's the area that's really missed out on rain, not only for this week, but really much of the month. So let's take a look at those rainfall maps from the Oklahoma Mesonet and see where we stand. Okay, what you see here, the rainfall for April, really I-44 seems to be the dividing line between really heavy rains, and then as we get farther to the northwest, we really drop down fast into the less than an inch as we get out into west central and northwestern Oklahoma. The deficits are really starting to mount as we get into spring, deeper into the spring at least. We see deficits from 1 to 2 inches, even greater, as we get into northwestern Oklahoma. And then we see the surplus amounts as we get into the southeastern half of the state. Again, just as we get to the southeast of I-44. On the consecutive days with less than a quarter inch of rainfall, we do see up across northwestern Oklahoma, even parts of western Oklahoma, well over a month without at least a quarter inch of rain in a single day. And then, of course, as we go to the east, those days are basically down to 0. So I have been saying we get into the meat of spring and we might see that drought start to erase. Unfortunately, it has to rain everywhere or that drought will come back in other parts of the state. So we still have hope, at least while we're in spring, that we can start to alleviate those drought concerns as we get up into northwestern Oklahoma. That's it for this time. We'll see you next time on the Mesonet Weather Report.